Welcome back to another episode of the Bruce Boys podcast. Today,
It's all about the firsts.
yeah, we're talking about our first times.
Where we
First times drinking. Yeah, I don't know what you were expecting.
Yeah, I'm like,
It's like the Incredibles meme where the guy's like, where he's like, "What are you waiting for, kid?"
yeah, I don't know, something cool to
I
happen.
don't know, something amazing, I
Yeah,
guess.
he goes, Me too.
Me too, kid.
Yeah, all about first times.
Yeah.
Not first times with other people, first times with other things.
Yeah, we'll save that. It's a song for another time.
So first time drinking experiences.
Yeah.
First time tasting the God's golden gift.
Yeah, first time tasting God's.
Sweet nectar.
Yeah,
Pause. Yeah. Resume.
Yeah, resume. Our boy Jack.
Yeah. What do we want to go with first?
I think it's important to start at the very start.
Where we've started.
At the very beginning, if the start had a very beginning.
At the very beginning of that start.
I've definitely said that exact thing before, but I don't know where.
I think so too. In another episode that you should be watching.
Yeah, just find it. I definitely have said that on mic before.
Pause this one right now.
Yeah.
Go watch the other ones and then come back.
Yeah, brownie points if you can tell us exactly where that came from. Anywho, back to the very first sip of whatever, but for both of us, I think it was beer, probably, right?
Yeah,
I
believe so.
Like our dads and stuff were like avid beer havers, avid beer enjoyers. So for me, specifically, I remember I was out with my dad at his friend's cottage or something weird. Anyways,
yeah,
and they had all gone down to the water for a second, and it was just me. I think they just
Inside
left
the
me
cabin.
behind. They probably went to fucking smoke up or something.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, but
you stay here. The grown-ups will be back in a couple minutes.
yeah, we're going for a walk.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna go for a quick walk, but you have to stay here.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, and at the time, yeah, my dad had left his beer or somebody. I'm fairly certain it was my dad though, because I was a child, kind of. I don't know, not really, but
Yeah, too young
for legal reasons. I was not a child. But,
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, and it was just sitting there, a tall, pale bottle of Sleeman, and I was just
Yeah. Jesus.
hated it.
How can these guys drink this shit?
Why do you enjoy this? Yeah, but I'm Sleeman.
So that was your
Sleeman's?
first ever
That was my first sip.
sip.
Pretty certain, yeah.
Yeah.
Or my first coherent sip, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. That was the
First taste of the barley beverage.
Yeah.
I gotta say mine's different.
Mm-hmm.
My first time was down where I used to live.
For sure.
We used to have that fire pit at the far end of the yard, and my dad, again, avid beer enjoyer. Not so much these days, but he was a really big Keith's guy, Alexander Keith's guy, and
As one would be.
green can, green and gold can, and we were building up the fire, getting ready, because we used to have fucking not parties, but my parents would invite their friends over and shit, and their friends were older, and they'd bring their kids, and everyone would just hang out and have fire, blah blah blah.
And kids are just running around.
Oh yeah, we would just be fucking chilling, fucking
Yeah.
bowling back and forth, playing tag and shit. And when we were building it up, my dad was like,
Just you and him?
"Yeah,
He was
well, I think my mom was there too."
Because then you probably looked at her.
Yeah, I was
That's
kidding.
exactly
I've already
what
had
happened.
dad's confirmation, but I need mama's
That's
verification.
exactly what happened.
Yeah, and she goes,
Yeah.
So I took a sip and I
You're
was
like,
"Oh God."
yeah. It's the first.
Yeah, it was
It's
horrible,
just
horrible.
awful.
Yeah,
Horrendous.
but that was and
And-
it was just iconic, because he used to he would drink it. That was his beer of choice, and we were out there getting all prepared to have a night, and obviously the parents would drink, the kids wouldn't.
For legal reasons.
Yeah, and yeah, that was I just always wondered what it would taste like.
and then you were glad that you were just wondering at one point.
Yeah.
Because then you're
At
like,
one point, I was like, "Oh God,
ah.
horrible."
Yeah.
I hated it.
And that, I think that even kind of stemmed to when we first started having it again. Like we would like get it, just I don't know. It was like it's like an easy thing because like if you buy like something hard like and like you're like younger, you would want to like mix it and it's like a lot of maintenance, you know. But a beer just go whoosh, and like you know,
it's good to go. Yeah.
or like a bottle, and it's just ready to consume.
It's a ready mixed drink.
It's ready to eat, like
yeah,
you know. But
good lunch.
yeah. And yeah, even when we first started having it, like again, like on purpose, we were like buying beer to drink beer. Like we were still kind of like, like
yeah. But we knew that's what we wanted to have, though, right?
Yeah.
Because like everyone, like it was just easy, like you said, it's just easy to have.
Yeah.
You know, because like you said, you know, you buy like fucking for say whiskey or like vodka, not even whiskey, vodka. Let's just say, right? When we were like just starting to drink, like exploring that. You know, we would mix it with like orange juice, and then you have to have like a bottle of this and a carton of orange juice, and then you have to have like a glass.
And you always needed way more orange juice than you had.
Yeah.
You know, like you would never have enough orange. You know, so at the end it was always like awful mixes because like we were just
Giving
young.
like 3 shots in a small glass and like a splash of orange juice.
Just enough to like taint it.
Then you just have to fucking slam it back and yeah.
Fuck.
Good times though. Good times to start.
I feel like we should go chronologically here. Because
Yeah.
the way we have like a little list because we're trying to like remind ourselves. So instead of going to our first purchase, because that was not before our first hard liquor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So our first sip of beer when we were young boys, and then our first time trying hard liquor.
Yeah.
Obviously both before our legal purchase.
But we were also legal though. Just
Yeah.
saying.
For purposes of the legal viewer. Anyways.
Don't come after us.
When I was a young boy. Anyways, fuck yeah, we're getting like
We're stabbing.
We're
now,
branching
yeah.
so far out. Our first hard liquor.
Yeah.
We shared the same because it was probably.
Yeah, well, I imagine.
I imagine when we'd hang out at our friend's house in his basement, and we would have a supplier that would buy us vodka, specifically Polar Ice vodka. Correct?
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Well, that is correct.
Yeah.
Mine
Oh, yours
was
is different.
before that,
Oh.
but it was vodka. Yeah.
Same thing. Same beverage.
Same, but different. But
Same
still
beverage. Same sticker on the or different sticker on the front.
The same. Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Yeah. Polar Ice vodka. I'm pretty certain was my first. And
So you never had anything but in between that you can like remember.
not really.
So yeah, well, yeah, mine definitely before that. I mean, still vodka, but I think it was probably like, I think it was like, the only one that I can really like specifically remember, like my experience of, was I think Raspberry Smirnoff. Yeah, yeah, and my parents' friend gave it to me, like a bottle of it, like not like a like a whole thing. It was like there was like this much left in like a it might have been a pint bottle.
And you felt like king of the world with that
Dude,
thing,
yeah.
buddy. You felt.
I went up to the room, and I was just
Yeah.
like, yeah. But I was drinking it just like that, and
Oh,
it was
really?
horrible. I fucking hated it, but I was like,
You were like.
I can't bitch out though. Like I need this. But yeah, continue with what you're going through.
Well, we'll have to start at the very beginning.
Yeah.
I was
Polar
born at
ices.
a very young age.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, with our friends down in that basement is when we became like, frequent on it. Like we would like
broke the hymen.
yeah, shattered that
Yeah,
shit, bro.
shattered that hymen.
Bleeding all over the place. Me, literally, yes. But we'll get
Yeah,
there.
yes, yeah, that's a story.
We'll touch on that
Yeah.
too while we're here. But yeah, no, Polar Ice vodka. We used to like sit up on like the little deck too. He had like picture it, Sicily, 1912. It was like one of those.
What a year.
One of those round tables that are like glass on the top, like a patio table that you can like put the umbrella in the middle of or whatever. One of those things. No umbrella, chairs around it. 4 of us sitting there with glasses of orange juice and vodka, just sitting there. Great time. That's back when 4 of us could split a quart
Yeah.
and be like,
Be like, good. Yeah. Be done in. Yeah.
and then we advanced to the 1.15 liters,
40.
whatever you want to call it, where you're from.
Yeah, that's what we call it.
That's
here,
why I wasn't
40.
trying to name it because I was like, and then, one time, when I bled, we had a 40 and they're plastic, right?
Yeah, but this was a different alcohol.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we were drinking whiskey.
That's when we adventured from
vodka to
Should
whiskey.
we tell the okay, hold on. Should we tell the tent story first?
Oh yeah,
With the
sure.
polar ice?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I think that's when we got was that still the quart though?
I feel like it was a 40. Like I feel like we had a lot.
Yeah, it was like the big tall thin glass bottle.
Yeah.
So we had that and our buddy at the time where we would stay, he only had like a certain amount of room in his house. So, 4 guys couldn't come like pile into his fucking room.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, like we could, I guess, but it would have been like uncomfortable. Wow, this is uncomfortable
Hey,
too.
anyways, for some reason we chose to do this.
Yeah. So this guy brings a 2-man tent
A 2-man tent.
and stuffs 3 grown boys in it. And we're all laying head to toe on the gravel.
Yeah,
We, pitched the tent in his driveway.
His gravel driveway. Just why?
And then we woke up at like fucking like 8 a.m. or something like that. And then we proceeded to finish off the rest of the vodka
Yeah, for sure.
that we had the night before.
And that's back when we were like hooligan young men smoking cigarettes, and we like dropped it. I dropped it,
Yeah, and it burned like a hole.
and it like fell down and like burnt through the plastic of the tent on the bottom. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I still have that tent, and there's absolutely still that hole in the tent.
100%.
We could find that tent.
Just pitch it just to reminisce.
Yeah, that would
Sleep in
that
the
would be
driveway.
Um,
But yeah, so that's kind of a little funny story.
yeah. So
what you
then,
want to, okay.
same buddy, same place. We had whiskey, and it was a 40 big plastic bottle though. It wasn't as tall as it was just like fat, and we were just trying to smoke out of it or whatever. My friend had a glass down stem or whatever.
It was the bowl.
Oh, I didn't like try and put the whole thing in it first. Oh no, I was just trying to make the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you tried to put the bowl in it for us because we didn't use like the whole down stem.
Anyways, so we were like heating it, the bottle,
Yeah.
with a lighter, because why be smarter than that?
Yeah. Why not
So we
just
were just-
cut a hole in it or anything? Yeah.
Yeah, great, right? Just fucking melting, trying to melt a little hole in it, and then I took.
Again, keep in mind this is a bottle that had a whole thing of liquor in it.
Yeah, and we're just
straight liquor.
and we're just lighting.
That
it,
was just in there for probably like a long time.
and we're just trying to light it on fire essentially.
Yeah.
I'm trying to melt a hole, grab the bowl or whatever, and I'm trying to like put it through the melt to like get it into the bottle, but it's like a snug fit kind of thing.
Like a seal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm doing that. I'm just trying to get it in, and then it just fucking goes in my hand and all over my fingers, and just like cut the shit out of like my hand, my first couple fingers.
Because I remember like you and I were down there, and the other two were upstairs or some shit.
Oh yeah.
And you and me were standing there at the table trying to fucking get it going, and it shattered in your hand. And I remember you just looked at me, and I was like,
Yeah.
what sort of thing? And then you opened your hand, it was just like red and like glass bits, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh fuck,
Like alcohol thinning your blood and then cutting yourself. Brilliant, right? I was just leaking.
Yeah, and you like went upstairs to try to like fucking
like clean
run
it out a little bit.
and it was just like the faucet was just pouring
I was just
out red.
leaking, dude. Yeah, that was.
Luckily, guy who lived in the house, his mom was like a nurse.
Yeah,
or some
she helped
shit.
me out.
So it was all good, but like
Yeah,
that was the time.
good stuff.
First hard alcohol.
Yeah, first hard alcohol vodka, and then branched into whiskey shortly after.
So from there, I mean, our first legal purchase, I
suppose
guess.
that's where we should go.
I guess I'll go first.
Yeah, take the reins, would you?
So my first legal purchase on my birthday, I bought a pint, which for myself, of Royal Reserve whiskey. So kind of like, the stuff that we used to drink before, when we were still legal. Yeah, I bought a pint of that, and then I think I went down to where we used to live, and I think I drank down there with the fellas. I'm not. I think you were there, because I think that was before. Yeah, that was before you even moved here. I think. No, it wasn't. No, hold on. You were. Where were you?
Was it in summertime?
No. Yeah, I think so.
Well, then maybe I was away.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So I was with the other boys. Yeah. First was a pint of Royal Reserve whiskey when it was like $13 or like some shit. Now it's like fucking 18.
In America, they're like, "What are you talking about? It's $9."
Yeah, barely. Probably not even.
Probably not even. A fucking can of Chew is like $2.99.
Yeah, a quart down there is probably like $10. Here it's like 30 now.
Dude, it's 28, 30. Yeah. My first purchase was at the liquor store where they like have the like festival at home. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like in that town.
I was like,
that's what I'm trying to say. Without like just constantly name dropping everything.
Mine was down near where you live.
I know where yours is. Yeah. The liquor store still stands there now. I went in there because I was going to see like my dad play like a show or whatever.
Give him a little context.
And I had my dad is in a band kind of. I don't know where they stand right now. Anyways, and they were like playing a little show at like a bar room type deal. Cool.
Are we gonna name drop them so they can go?
Yeah, sure. Ambush. Yeah. The band.
Great band.
The band Ambush Inc. is my dad.
Great guy.
Cool guy. Nice guy.
Love that guy.
Yeah, I was going to see them, and I had like freshly turned 19, and I went to go. My first legal purchase was a 6-pack bottles of Budweiser. Really? Back when they came in like the tall box that was like closed.
Oh yeah.
And like yeah,
it was kind of like angled a little bit too.
Not.
Oh no! You're right.
Like
I'm thinking about the 12.
It was like a rectangle.
Yes.
But it was a closed box. You had to like open the top and like pull.
Yeah. And now they don't even do 6 packs at all anymore. Here, anyway.
Yeah.
You lucky fucking Americans.
Blasphemous.
Anyway.
Yeah, that was my first legal purchase. 6. Like, you know.
6. But I mean, yeah.
But first time. I was a little nervous.
So, I guess after that, so I was still kind of in that, that hard liquor kick. My first beer purchase.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Of all time was Budweiser as well. I think it was also a 6-pack of Budweiser. Yeah. And I don't. I think I had beer like sometime before that, like from other people, and I like was starting to be like, okay, like sort of thing.
I get it.
Yeah, I can understand. But yeah, my first legal beer purchase, which I was always legal, was a 6-pack of Budweiser.
There we go. Bottles.
Yes.
Because I don't think they sold 6 cans.
Not at the time.
Not at the time.
No, it was just only bottles. What about you? Like, was that your first, like, that was your very first beer purchase ever? Was the 6-pack?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, shit.
Because that was my first legal purchase.
Okay, yeah. You're right, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm like...
You're like, what about you?
Yeah, you looked at me like, stupid
I was
bitch.
like...
Yeah. Correct. Yeah. I guess we can go from...
Moving on down to the last segment.
Wines.
We kind of hit the rest of them. We hit the beers. We hit the spirits.
And I'll let you take the reins.
So,
on
like,
this one.
yeah, I've never been much of a wine guy, personally. Much unlike my dear co-host here. So, I'm pretty sure the first, like, I don't know, I could have had, like, a sip of, like, Mom's, that type of thing again. But I'm not positive. Not HIV. Not HIV positive.
Still waiting for the test results.
Yeah, waiting in the mail. But as far as I know, I'm pretty sure my first purchase was with you, and we had it here, and it was a bottle of Two Oceans white wine, and it was the big like 2-liter motherfucker. Like it was
Huge bottle. Huge bottle. I can't do that.
Carry on.
Yeah,
My way with time.
Great time that was.
That was fun. Yep.
Because we had that and we had other shit too. I think we had that and beer.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
Sounds like us.
And I remember I finished mine.
Yeah.
You didn't finish yours.
I didn't quite.
But we we were like drinking the beers and shit too. But I had finished mine, and then I remember I was like piss loaded. Like after I finished that and the beers, that I like took the bottle and I don't know why, but I went to the bathroom with it and like filled it up with cold water, like under the fucking like
in the bath.
in the bath, yeah, under the fucking
faucet
thing.
I guess.
Yeah, under the faucet. And I didn't even rinse it out. I just stuck it on. No,
I did.
I just stuck it under there, let it run cold water, and then I was just like drinking the water.
Oh, it's just a water bottle.
Like I didn't go to like the sink, like an actual sink or anything. I just stuck it underneath the fucking I don't know why that was like the first.
You probably went into the bathroom, looked at the bathroom sink, and you're like, "This isn't gonna work."
Yeah.
And then like went to the bathtub instead of the kitchen sink, which is much deeper than the bathroom sink.
Yeah, and I just let it like run for like a sec, and then I was like, and then I just had it. I remember sleeping here, because it was the same place.
Yeah. But you weren't living here at the time, so you were in my room.
Yeah. I remember just like sleeping on your floor or whatever the fuck, and I was like drinking from the bottle. I'd wake up and like just take a fucking fat sip of wine water and just like go back to sleep. Yeah, great times.
Fun times in the Maritimes.
My first was not that time. I remember I've had wine before this, but my first ever purchase, I remember I was going to a Thanksgiving dinner at my oldest brother's house, like years and years and years ago, and
still legal though.
Still legal. And then I went in and I bought a bottle of Peller Family Pinot Grigio. Yeah, which is like the shiestiest wine that you can buy.
Just because you were going to dinner, you were like, I'm gonna bring some wine.
Bring some wine. $9.99 for a bottle of it. Yeah, and this is like I want to say like years,
which is cheap here.
like years and years and years ago, which is like I don't know, probably like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, probably 4. I'd say 4. I was like 20. Yeah, I bought a fucking bottle. It was $9.99.
It's like,
and I took it. You know who drank it? Me. No one else fucking touched it.
Oh, you like brought it as like a potluck kind of thing.
Yeah, I brought it and like left it in the bag or anything like that, and I fucking put it on the counter, and nobody else drank it.
So you're like,
I was at one point I was like have like a glass of it, and I was just sipping it and stuff, and kind of having dinner and eating, all that shit, sitting around. Had another glass of it, just sitting on the couch, watching, talking. And then I was like, so is anyone gonna have any of the wine? And they're like, no.
You're the only one that brought wine?
Yeah. Like there was a couple beers there and shit and stuff
yeah.
like that. And people having like some people were having like mixed drinks and like whiskeys and cokes and all, I was like, so is anyone gonna have any wine? Or they were like, nah. So I just took the bottle and I was like, I was just sitting there, just like.
Because you were like, I got a glass of it, so I was expecting you to say like, I had some glasses.
Yeah, I had like, because I was trying to, first one I was trying to be like proper. Had like half the glass. I was like eating and like,
okay.
And then this next one I was having a little bit more, and I was,
yeah.
And then I was just like, is nobody else gonna fucking drink this? And no one did, and everyone said they didn't want any, so I just took the bottle and I was like,
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever told me about that.
Yeah, I had to embrace my being, and I was just like. Yeah.
What a great story.
Fun that was all of our firsts, I think.
Oh, yeah, I think
for all the main liquors anyway.
Yeah.
Besides getting into like coolers and
fucking who knows, shit. Dude. Who fucking knows?
But that's from the start to finish, basically. Well, yeah, basically.
We're still not done.
For the first,
yeah. So we've been the Birds and Boys.
Yeah.
Your lovely host is with the most cysts talking about their first cysts. Bars. But I'm not a rapper. Make sure you check out the link in the description for all of our updated social medias. Check us out on TikTok and Instagram. We have Facebook and, you know, all the fun shit.
Make sure to follow and subscribe to everything.
Yeah, we like post and shit. So like if you
super active too.
And yeah, and now that we've like slowed down the production on YouTube, you know, if you can find our other shit, like you can still enjoy us frequently, just not specifically on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
It's still a focus, but you know, we're just trying to slow it down and have better more
quality content.
Quality over
quantity content.
Exactly.
But yeah.
So that's it. We'll catch you next time. And remember, for legal reasons, this whole video we were 19 plus.
Yeah. Because this is Canada.